Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Friday evening. Hope you've had a lovely week and looking forward to a nice weekend ahead. I had a lovely week in Vienna, so I am back at base once again. We've got quite a bit of core work in tonight's practice, so hopefully you will enjoy that. And as always throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So let us begin our practice this evening in a lying down position. So make yourself comfortable on your mat, closing your eyes, and just surrendering yourself to your mat. Allowing it to hold you. Feeling that sense of security that it brings. As you let go your day and everything that's going on in your world, just bringing yourself to your practice. Just beginning to listen to the sound of yourself breathing. And then begin to direct your breath. Inhaling through your nose as you fill your belly. Pause. And then exhaling through your nose, engaging your core as you exhale, drawing up that pelvic floor, belly button in and up. Let's take 3 more breaths here like this. And then on your next breath, just raise the arms all the way behind your head. And exhale them back down by your side. And again. One more time. And then bending your knees and hugging them into your chest. Circling the ankles. First in one direction and then in the other, just to wake them up. And then let's raise the legs up, and again, waking up the legs as you just cycle with those legs. Keeping it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hugging the knees into the chest again. And then let the feet come down onto your mat as you roll over onto your side, coming up to sit. And bending those knees, we're going to lower ourselves down onto our forearms. So having your elbows under your shoulders here. And we're going to draw our legs up. And then we're going to scissors the legs down. So crisscrossing them as you lower the legs down towards the mat. And then draw them back up again. And you'll feel as you do that, that your core has to work quite hard as you make your way down low towards the mat. And one more time. And letting those feet come down onto the mat. Let's come up to sit. Lengthening through the spine here. We're going to stretch the arms out in front and then lower yourself back to about halfway and come back up again, reaching forward. So it's like we're rowing in very slow motion. We're going through very, very difficult water, I suppose, to row. Everything in slow motion. So the core has to really activate as you come back and forth, and see if each time you can get a little lower onto your mat and coming up and lower again and drawing up and lower again and drawing up. One more time. And drawing up. Good. And from here, let's make our way up to stand. Standing with our feet a little bit wider than hip width, maybe shoulder width apart. And from here, we're going to raise our arms up, clasping the fingers together. And it's like we're chopping wood. You're going to sweep down, let the arms go between the legs behind you, and then come all the way up. But we're going to do this much faster than I've just done it. Okay, so it's a nice swinging motion. Let gravity help you here as we just take it up and down, bending the knees as you swing it through. 2 more times. And then bringing those arms back down by your sides. Let's take the toes together and the heels a little bit apart. I'll stand sideways here, lengthen through the spine, standing up tall. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And now we're going to take it into a chair pose. So let the hips move back. Let the knees stay behind those toes. Reach the arms up, taking a breath. Bringing the palms together in prayer, twisting to the left. Let's take a breath. Keeping the legs in chair pose. Let the right hand come down, the left hand come up. Follow it with your gaze. And coming back into your chair. And let's take it to the right. Stacking those shoulders on top of each other. And stretching the right arm up. Bringing the hand down. Coming back into chair. Let's do it one more time on each side. Palms together, twist to the left. Stack the shoulders, take a breath. Stretching the left hand up. Let the left hand come down as you rise up into your chair. And palms together, twist to the right. Let the right hand reach up. And coming down as you rise up into your chair once more. And coming all the way up to stand. Good, let's take it to the top of the mat. We're going to run through a sun salute on each side. So starting with your feet hip width apart, checking in, those feet are pointing forward, equal weight on both feet. Standing up nice and tall, raising up the arms, raise the gaze. Sweeping through, forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need to. And halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine here. You want a nice flat back. And forward fold again. Let's step the right leg back for our low lunge. And then we're going to take it through to our plank. Setting up your hands, opening the fingers out nice and wide, clawing into the mat with the fingertips. As you step it back into your plank, shoulders over wrists. 3 breaths here. And then making your way down onto your mat, knees and feet, chest and belly, and drawing your forehead and chest away from the mat, pushing on up through tabletop to slowly make your way into your downward dog as you just stretch out those legs until you are ready to come to stillness. Length through the spine, gaze towards the belly button, pressing away from the mat with your hands. One more breath here. And let's raise the right leg up and step it through. Low lunge. And let's make our way up to forward fold. And all the way through. Palms together over the head. Raise the gaze, take a breath. And sweeping through, forward fold. Halfway lift. And forward fold again. Let's step the left leg back for a low lunge. And then take it through once more to your plank. 3 breaths here. And making your way down onto your mat. And drawing up into your cobra before pushing through into your downward dog. Stretching that left leg out behind you. Let's step it through for our low lunge. And then making your way up into forward fold. Getting it nice and deep now. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up. Bringing the hands together in prayer at the chest. Take a breath. And again, folding forward here, getting nice and deep exhale into a nice deep forward fold. Let's step that right leg back, as far back as it can go, so you're on the toes of that right leg. Left knee is over that left ankle, and we're going to hover here, bring the arms out into a T. Let's take 3 breaths here. Keeping the gaze on the mat. One more breath. And then bringing the hands down onto the mat, let's step it back into our plank. And again, taking 3 breaths here. Ensuring you have a nice softness in the elbows. From here, making your way down onto your mat and pushing it through to come all the way up to your downward dog. Stretching that right leg out behind you. Let's step it through. Again, extend that left leg back and make our way into airplane. So making sure the right knee is over that right ankle and then opening the arms out. Bringing the arms down, let that back knee come down, stepping the right leg behind, and let's swing around to come and sit with the knees bent. And we're going to make our way into our boat pose. So lifting the legs up, finding your balance, and then let the arms come out, extend the legs out. And again, we're going to go to our breath for 3 breaths. Nice, deep inhaling into the belly, pausing, and exhaling nice and slowly. One more breath. And letting those feet come down onto the mat, reaching forward to hold onto your toes. And again, finding your point of balance as we lift our legs up. And again, extending them up. So if you can't extend the legs, you can hold on to the backs of the legs. You might find that a little bit easier. Or keep the knees bent. And just extend the legs to as far as is comfortable for you. Trying to keep those shoulders down away from the ears. One more breath. And then releasing those feet down, swinging around to your tabletop. And let's make our way up into downward dog. Taking a breath here. And then making our way to plank. And again, 3 breaths in plank. Keeping the hands nice and active. So you're pressing away from the mat. And then coming down onto your knees, feet, chest and belly. And making your way back up again into your downward dog. One more breath here. And then let the knees come down so we land back in tabletop. And raising up the left leg to hip height, bend the knee. Then raise that leg up higher again, as high as you can get it. Raise the gaze. And then draw everything in. Knee comes to nose. And then stretching it back up again. 2 more times. Exhale as you draw the knee to toe. Inhale as everything lifts. And taking it to the other side. And coming back down into tabletop. And from here, pushing the hips back to the heels. As you stretch the arms out in front of you, let the forehead come to the mat. And then when you're ready, making your way on to lie on your mat. Keeping the knees bent. And lifting both legs up, soles of the feet looking at the ceiling. And let's raise the arms up, and we're going to do the left arm and right leg going down towards the mat, nice and slowly, hovering just before you reach the mat, and then rising up again. Let's take it to the other side. And changing. And once more with each leg. And you can feel how good this is for your core, I'm sure. You can feel it working nice and hard with this exercise. Really good for you. And then hug those knees into the chest. Take a little roll from side to side. And coming to stillness, let those feet come down onto the mat. Extending the legs out, let the feet flop out to the side. Palms facing upwards, softening the body. And letting go your feet and your legs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. The whole back of your body, shoulder blades. The front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your arms and your hands. Your head, face, jaw and chin. The whole of your body, just let it go. And take a little time here for gratitude. For whatever you're feeling particularly grateful for today. And then let your attention go to your breath as you inhale through your nose, filling your belly. Pause. And then exhale. Just focusing on your breath for a few minutes.